Hi, this is Deacon John Wilson here, Education and Enrichment Director for West Andrews Church, where Pastor Charles Blake is my pastor. And I have to say something to my parents you're sending me emails and text messages, and sometimes on social media telling me how happy you are with our support and how your youth are going to a great college, hopefully affordably, a lot of them, and you're so excited. And that's the one of the things I work for in this job, to see you happy and see you excited, and it makes me excited. I wish I could shout out all of you here. Um, the schools your students are going to, and I'll keep that private for now, but I'm really, really happy for you. Super happy. I mean, it's what I've given my life to. It's why I left aerospace, one of the reasons, to help with this college process and career starting. And I have a lot more to say about that. But right now, what I want to say is I'm very happy for you, but I have a significant gift and a challenge I want to make to you that will improve the life of your student in college. You just bought a new car, you want to have insurance. And my upcoming sessions provide the motivation for your students and the assurance that they'll complete college in 4 or less years. Because you already realize the cost of college. Even if they got a lot of their money in scholarships, you still are going to probably spend thousands of dollars to sustain them in college while they're there. Why not make that a great expenditure? And beyond that, there's so much young people need to know when they're transitioning from high school to college. It's a significant change. Just I think it's like three of the major things in life which cause the most mental challenge and distress are occurring at that moment. I've even had students who never really made that transition and have had mental health issues. Hope I can do a video on that later. It's very important. But you need your students, and you too need to hear what you need to be doing to effectively transition your youth to college success, and to retention in college and graduating in 4 years. And we have the remedy for you through a special series of only three parent sessions. And I know you're going to see these dates and you're going to not want to think about it right now because graduation's coming. You have your concerns. It's the last time you'll see your youth. There's family coming to town, and you're really concerned about that. But I've spread out the dates. I really want you to let us know if you're coming. In the description below, I have links to register for the events we have coming up. I know by now some of you are turned off, but I really know, especially those of you that are happy with what we've done and are happy with what we're doing, and you're happy for your student. You just need to give them the support they need to succeed. You should be interested in these sessions. I shouldn't have to worry about whether we'll have enough people, and should be concentrating on the quality. And there's some great things I plan on telling your youth. And I'll talk about some of those things right before I end this video. I don't want to make it too long. So let's look at the website and see what information is on there about these sessions and how you can register for it. Once again, parents, at www, well, don't have to do that anymore. westa-eep.org is our website. I'm going to include the link below to take you exactly where you need to go. But this is how you get to it. You go to westa.org. Incidentally, you can always get to our YouTube channel right over here from our front page. Somebody asked me that the other day. But anyway, if you look under the latest and then upcoming events and scroll down, you'll see Senior Series Part 1, which is a life confirmation ceremony. It's in person. It's 9:30 to 11 on May 31st in the Family Life Center, which is a building behind the cathedral. When you sign up, we'll give you directions to get there if you've never been there. Why don't you, if you live further away, take a drive in and come to this wonderful ceremony we have planned. You can click view the event and see the things that are going on there. What we talk about the history of it and what we do. We're going to have some alumni guest speakers. I have a special prayer at the end for the students. I'm going to have some wonderful incentive gifts for the students. It's just business casual. They don't have to dress up, be in our Family Life Center chapel, etc. We ask for a donation of $35, but if you don't have it, still come. We're going to serve refreshments. It's part one of our series, okay? And then if you go back, so you can sign up. If you click this RSVP, it'll give you information about the other 2 sessions I'm going to talk about. You can sign up for 1, 2, or 3. I pray a lot of you can do all 3. If you do all 3, you have a chance for some great gift cards from Southwest Airline and Amazon worth over $100 each. We want to give students a chance to get those. We're going to tell you very soon, if you sign up, though, only what incentives you can have to go. I know you're going to say, hey, we want you to RSVP by next Saturday. I want you to do it as soon as possible because I need to know how much to expend on refreshments and plan for that event. I don't want to run around the night before trying to do that. Please help me out and register for this wonderful event, okay? Let's see, what else do we have? We have the other 2 sessions down here. This is a session here, which is, we're calling it part 2, but a senior series, how to avoid dropout from college, campus ideology. We're going to have a panel of students who went through our program, a wonderful panel. I can't believe the students that'll be rolling through to be on this special panel of 3 students, maybe 4. And it's going to be a panel unlike you've ever seen because these are people who are going to give short, great information to help your student go through college. Again, if you're interested in this session, we're telling about the things we're going to cover: the leading causes for college dropout and transfer, how to avoid them, learn how to map out your classes, understand the skills to navigate a better relationship with your parents. Well, what an important part of workshop: campus professor and ideology. Well, wait till you see what I'm going to cover there. Be prepared to ask the panel any questions. Hey, by the way, this is a good time as any. In session 1, I'm going to cover something. Thank a shout out to my wife for helping me get ready for this part of the video. There's 4 things we're going to tell your youth they need to succeed in college and life. And they're coming from a biblical perspective, but without scripture. It's a very unusual approach. Shout out to Elder Graves for helping me with this. I know you're seeing this. Life means something. Number 1, life means something. They need to know their life means something. I'm going to talk about that and justify that logically and rationally. They have to know their life means. And so many students go to college and they don't have that perspective when they start at the campus. Their lives mean something, and they need to succeed not only for themselves, but for you and their community. Number 2, 2 opposite things can't be right at the same time. That's a overwhelming postmodern position we're seeing in society today. Where do you see how I unpack that for the students? Because I know what they're seeing on TikTok, on YouTube. I know in social media what they're seeing, and they need to approach college understanding that 2 things cannot be right at the same time. Next, number 3, everyone is really a sinner. Nobody's perfect, unless you're Jesus Christ. But sometimes students approach college with the thought, because you're such a great parent, by the way, that's why it happens, that college professors have to be perfect. They're not going to be perfect. That RAs have to be perfect. That roommates should be perfect, or not at least perfect, but very, very great people and people who won't make obvious mistakes in your eyes. Everyone is a sinner. We're all falling short of the glory of God. Everybody. Again, that's a truth that even a student is not religious should understand in order to succeed in college. And then finally, I do say this, even for people who aren't believers, don't look down on Christians. Christianity is reasonable. And you're going to hear a lot of bashing of your faith if you're a Christian when you get to college, especially in Black schools lately. I'm hearing stuff from my Black students. I'm going, really, at that school? But I see it at white schools too. Christianity is reasonable. I'm going to talk about that. It's very important. So those 4 things will be highlighted in this particular session. In our third session, we'll have it down here on the 21st. That was June 14th, June 21st. There's another great session here. And look at the speaker. We're going to have a wonderful speaker for part of that session, right? It's going to be Yoli Tamu, who's she runs the Back to Me project. She teaches students about self-awareness, goal setting, stress management, and for emotional success. If they don't emotionally succeed in college, they won't succeed. I don't care if they're a male student. So in the second session on the 21st, that's one of the things they'll cover. Look at these other things. What to do before orientation, or during and after. Roommate concerns, how to deal with roommates. Romantic relationships. Can't wait to cover that. Very important, because that has tripped up a lot of students in college. Typical course registration issues. I mean, that's pretty important too. AI. What about AI? I better teach the students how to use AI to study. Now, you're going to hear in a video very shortly what I wish teachers would do with AI, but they're not always going to do that stuff. What is the ethical? Listen to me. What is the ethical responsibility of students? Food plans, financial aid, work study. By the way, parents, these sessions are for your student, but you are certainly invited. You're certainly invited to hear what we're telling you. I'm very transparent. I say youth only sessions somewhere, but all the time you're invited to any one of our sessions, and certainly to graduation. In fact, you're going to play a role in the ceremony, which is May 31st. So this is June 21st. Okay? So basically, parents, we have 3 dates: May 31st, June 14th, June 21st. If your student could attend any of those sessions, if you could attend one and not the other, I don't care. One, maybe the parent, the youth can't. Maybe the youth, the parent can't. If they could attend any of those sessions, there'll be an incentive program for your youth. And I think that I understand how schedules are tough this time of year. Maybe you'll miss all 3. Even if you miss all 3, will you set up an appointment with me before your student goes away to college? Get a hold of me. Text me, email me. My email address will be below too. Get a hold of me and I'll be glad to talk. For those of you that are seeing this across the nation, if you'd like me to meet with you and your student online before they go to college, maybe you want me to pray for them because we're faith-based, I'll be certainly glad to. But parents, you need to address the need to spiritually or to do something to prepare your students for college. Don't make it all about the family activities and these things, because certain things can happen this time of year if you're not paying attention to that I'll be glad to talk to you about offline. I don't want to get into it here. Maybe I'll try to do a video on it, but it's very difficult. And I tell you the things that I'm seeing every year during this period, that if you don't take this time to think about the transition to college, the transition to career life, if they're going to 2-year college even, the transition to a job, transitioning from high school is not an easy process. Okay, so there's a lot of reasons for that. All right, God bless you. Sorry this video got a little long, but I sure encourage you to get involved in our sessions. Again, look below in the description block. You'll see links to register for the program and to look at the website. Bye-bye now.